Hello everybody, welcome back. Thought I'd make a quick video on the simple Dixie, to be honest with you. I know that this is probably not very popular, but it's worth looking at. So as we were trending down towards this 200 simple moving average on the weekly, everybody was calling for a massive breakdown. It's going to come collapsing down. The dollar's going to crash, and it bounced exactly as expected. So with that has come a rally beyond what I would have expected. So I'm not saying it's overbought or whatever you want to refer to it as. A lot of this has been moved up because of the idea that there's going to be tariffs and all this sort of stuff. However, from a technical perspective, it's reached what I would consider to be a crucial area and is ever so slightly popped above that crucial area. So if we zoom right out and see and recognize what it is that we're looking at here, this is an enormous decade-long, more than that, to be honest. When was the support first tested? 2011. So it's been going on for a very long time. Ascending channel. So these do often and will inevitably at one point break down, and that's when something really crazy is going to happen to the markets. That could happen at any point, I suppose. So, but it can't be, we shouldn't expect it to happen, at some point, maybe even in the next 10 years, should we say. So what we can see is this, just on the short term, we've hit this area, and we're not, I would say, getting rejected from it. And again, the Dixie is not a perfect science. It gives areas of interest, and again, it wasn't perfectly retested on this 200 simple. It went a little bit below it, but they responded to it. So I'm looking for us to have a response around this area, to be honest. And if we don't, and if we do power on through, the Dixie is going to go crazy, and it might cause, I suppose, a significant pullback in markets. Now, you might be thinking, well, hang on a minute, the Dixie's been going up and all the markets have been going up. What's going on there? Well, there's lots of reasons for that. So if you think about markets on the whole, you'll be looking to invest over a longer period of time now that the environment, the trading, or should we say the investing environment, the economic environment has changed since the administration change, right? So it's added more confidence to buying and holding into stocks and indices and obviously Bitcoin and everything else. But at the same time, the dollar's gone up because of the threat of tariffs and basically strengthening that dollar. It's not in anyone's interest to have an enormously strong dollar. It kind of really it generally wants to float, really, within a predictable range, and it would respond to rate adjustments. We've had 2 rate cuts, yet the Dixie goes up. That's not normally what you'd expect. Dixie goes up in rate hikes, goes down in rate cuts. So we are kind of overdue, I reckon, for a decent pullback on this one, and it'll be a pullback that should get a higher low in the short term, right? Maybe back down to 103, which is a decent move on the Dixie. Now, this is going to be good for all the markets, but because we can see markets moving up as Dixie's going up, it's not the normal routine. I just think that what we're looking at here is ripe for a pullback. Whether the markets respond appropriately to that is a different story. It's just worth thinking about because, everyone was super bearish at this level and then bouncy-wouncy. I bet you, and I haven't looked, to be honest with you, I actually haven't looked. I don't follow many other people on Twitter. I certainly don't watch people on YouTube. But I would imagine people are talking breakout, baby, all the way to the top of the range if they've got this channel in play. And again, it's a very simple and neat and tidy scenario that we've got going on here. So it's likely to be respected at some point later down the line, one way or another. But I think that what we're looking at here is almost an inevitable area for a pullback. We're looking at this on a weekly, by the way. I was talking about the bounce here. I'm going to admit it. It's not bounced next week. I think it's still going to be. It's not bounced. You were wrong. Okay, we bounced. Okay, you were right. So this doesn't have to happen today. I'm looking at this on a weekly, right? If we take it down a notch to these other time frames, we do see one drive of bearish divergence that led to this move, and since then it's powered on through. Go to the 4-hourly, no real signs of weakness on this either. So again, we could still move up. There's no perfect science to this. This is just the Dixie, by the way. If you're going to look at some other trading pairs, we can look at those that sometimes help. Dollar yen, so this is obviously going up with the strength of the DXY. What we're looking for at this point is going to be bearish divergence. We've got some of that, but it's not enough. This is just a 4 hourly. Take it to a daily. What do we see? The bearish divergence on the money flow index, but really nothing to write home about. Just golden crosses and supports crossing over this really strong area of support stroke resistance. So again, there's not enough evidence on yen to say that it's going to happen either. And over to the weekly, you can see a powerful move, really. So it still looks good versus yen. So it's, you know, we're anticipating something that we don't have an enormous amount of evidence on, you know, important currency pairs. Let's have a look at the euro dollar. So at this point, what we'd be looking for is some evidence for a bounce. You don't really see that on the weekly here. So just an oversold area. However, talk about resistance and support, sorry. Bang, 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 bang. There's a lot of stuff going on around this area to assume perhaps a decent bounce. This bounce could be serious. It could be a big one, and it could take you all the way up, you know, about 4%. This is Forex. This isn't crypto. I know you're like 4%, but it's. I'm not suggesting you trade this, but it's just. I'm just trying to put it to you. And again, on the weekly for the pound. It's actually not a bad looking chart, really. We've come down to an area of support around the weekly there. And on the daily, bullish divergence played but cancelled out. We're below all moving averages, so we're hoping that this is the last stand before a bounce. And then the 4 hourly, again, bullish divergence failed. Oversold money flow index, if you count that for anything. And then there's a lot of economic data coming through over these next couple of weeks. Really, lots of stuff that can happen. So, I am looking for a bounce on these other pairs, pound and euro. Obviously, looking for a pullback on the DXY, and what that does to the other markets is, you know, we'll just have to wait and see. I just thought it'd be worth recognizing this. So we haven't spoken about it, not even on the Patreon streams. We've not looked at the DXY, and I think it's worth looking at because we want, in a way, the DXY to trend down. Over the last couple of months, well, yeah, I suppose the last couple of months when this was happening, I said this would be the preferred outcome. This is what you'd want. You don't want to see us come down already because that would likely cause an enormous bounce, and then that might even cause a bear market for crypto and everybody else. We don't want that. This would be the best outcome. A bounce from here. You know, this is all fine, and obviously prices have gone up. The DXY's gone up. If we do start to trend down from here over the next, well, 4, 6, 8 months or so, that would be the perfect scenario. This is what we really want to see, and I'll just wiggle this in now. So this is kind of what we want to see over the next year, and then bang, somewhere around here at this point where we sort of reaccumulate around the trend line, and then launch back up again significantly, as we saw over here and over here. Yeah, it's not a perfect science, but that's the sort of thing we'll be looking at. So I thought I'd bring it to your attention. It reaffirms the overall 4-year market cycle for crypto. It also, to me, offers an opportunity for a quick Forex trade. Well, I say quick, within a couple of weeks. And also, just to congratulate myself that we weren't bearish here. We are bullish, and now effectively we should be looking at the DXY going bearish, right? Right, I'll leave with you there. Boring video. I don't expect to see many people click on this. It's just worth looking at, I think, if you're looking to broaden your horizons about, you know, all the other dominoes that are in play when trading any market. It's usually worth starting with the Forex side of things. Right, thank you for watching. I hope you have a nice day. Join the Patreon, join the Telegram, join everything. Subscribe, like, comment. Build my channel up, please. Right, take care.